And then the way that you've brought in the swirls and the, what was it? What did you get as your slab on that island? Quartz or marble?
It's called Calcutta Marina. It's a quartz. Yep. And
Yeah,
so the
yeah.
veining
The
is,
veining is so good.
I think, it's so, I mean, that counter. So I knew I could pick out a countertop and then I would have fun. And the kitchen designer that I'm working with for this project knows I love this kind of stuff. So she was like, you could go to the stone yard if you wanted. And so I went and took one pass and wrote down like 30 things. The one that we landed on was one of those. And both she said, I'm never one to tell a customer what to get, but she was like, if you do anything, you have to get this. And I was like, I know.
That is so awesome. I love that. I would have said the same thing. Like, I don't care if you die tomorrow, you have to get this slab.
You have to get this. Yes. And it was so fun because I brought my paint sample, like my paint chip, my wallpaper sample, a hardware pool.
You're such a geek. I love it.
Yes. I mean, and she was like, oh, do you want a cart for all of that? And I was like, yes, I do. And so I got to push this little cart around all through the slabs, and there were many beautiful things that caught my eye. And again, it was kind of like the furniture thing we talked about, where I'm like, oh, I just want to use it. I wish I could use that. I wish I could use it. You have one kitchen counter, right? So I knew I had to pick one.
I know, right?
Went back again. Yeah. It's like, and that's, I think, I mean, ultimately you have to decide, and budget is a very helpful factor in that case. This one I knew was going to take us a little bit over, and I also knew it was like the edgiest of I wouldn't call it edgy, but of the selections, it was the one that had the most like statement value to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And just another thing, like when you talk about budget, this is what I want to tell the posse. 40,000 people are listening. I thought it was 4, but it's over 40,000.
Oh, gosh.
Who are these people? I don't know, but thank you. Anyway, what people
I
think
hope they still
is,
like me after
that. You are making them like me more because you're so cute. Okay, so with the budget, you got the quartzite, which is a very
not
durable
quartzite. Quartz.
Oh, it's not quartzite. Quartz.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Quartz. I mean, quartzite would have taken, and I knew, so marble, I knew wasn't practical for our family. Granite, I knew I didn't want to do. Quartz was in budget. Quartzite would have taken me above budget.
Right. So listen to this, what I'm about to say.
Completely natural. Yeah.
I'm going to blow your mind. So when we were just picking out our countertops, for our island, I wanted to do something bold and different. We picked out a piece of marble and it was cheaper than the quartz.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You would, I think, I think I learned that on this trip, and it did surprise me too. Like in our minds, marble is the finest. And
right.
I think it can be. I know. You told me about your island. I am dying to see it. I just know. So Derek is my husband. He and I are just a little bit, particular about stains and marks. One of us more than another. And I just know if we had a part, like I could see Derek internally doing this, like if somebody like knocked over a wine glass or something. And I just didn't want to deal with that. You know what I mean? Do you freak out over do you think this will?
Totally. And I was just sitting in my favorite chair 3 nights ago. I had my little, like, not stem, because God forbid, stems are much more dangerous. I had my stemless, what's her name? I have this beautiful hand painted with roses from the Greenbrier, Dorothy Draper wine glass. I know, you're going to die.
I've always wanted to go there. I've always wanted to go to Greenbrier.
Kristen, it is like the eye candy of like, what the what? And it so works here, but not there. And like, you and I would just have a field day there. Anyway, speaking of wine, I'm sitting in my favorite chair. I'm talking to my daughter. I'm filling out a million like forms for her. I have my little table.
Forms.
Something
Motherhood
happened,
equals forms, by the way.
right?
I'm sorry,
Such
I'm
a
talking
four-letter
over you,
word.
but
It is a four-letter word. Forms.
like if you want to encapsulate what you do as a mom, it's filling out forms. But that's the side part.
worst. Hence my full glass of wine. So
filling out forms.
So I'm sitting there, and it's kind of like when you're walking and all of a sudden you don't trip over anything or lose your footing, you just like trip. Or like the other day when I'm staging a house and I just had this like coughing fit for no reason whatsoever. So all of a sudden the wine glass just like jumps up and red wine is all over the wall, all over the carpet. Thank God not on my favorite chair. I don't know how this happened exactly. And I just kind of like sat there and looked at it.
What did Daisy do?
Daisy was quick to get to action and ran for a towel and was like, "Mom!" And I'm like, I mean, we're in the apartment. It's already destroyed, whatever.
Right. Oh, gosh.
So
yeah,
anyway.
I feel like I've had wine glasses jump out of my hands before. I get that.
And so that's why we're talking about what happens when you have this beautiful marble slab. Well, you can treat it every 2 years, or you can be very careful to not have that ring of red wine on the bottom of the glass. You can always have coasters, or you can spill it and wipe it up really quick. Just wipe it up really quick. I'm not going to leave a spill. I'm going to be like,
you wouldn't.
Ah!
Right. I think it's going to be worth it. Out, damn spot. I think you won't regret it. I think I could do that, but my husband, I know.
Well, here's the thing. So then the perimeter, we got to really look like marble.
And is what kind of material is it?
And it's quartz for the perimeter.
I think you told me that. What's the veining like? Is it?
Oh my God, the veining, we just saw it this morning. We just saw it this morning, and it's very like marbly with like big major veining over the marbly.
Oh, so okay. I think I saw a picture. I think you showed me. I can't wait to see it in person.
I think I showed you the very, very marbly, which is more of like a gray and black for the upstairs master bathroom. But I can't wait for you to come over and see this. And we're going to have to just do a podcast of you and I in my new house, which is going to be like
geeking out. Oh.
But it's going to be like in the next month we are in.
Lindsay, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Yay.